Along with economic growth and the increasingly high population level of Indonesia, the demand for electricity is increasing. Therefore, it is feared that there will be an energy crisis in Indonesia. This is supported by the following data. First, growth in electricity consumption, especially household need, increased by 10%. Judging from the two pictures above, every year it is proven that the need for electricity is increasing with household electricity needs of 41%. Third, the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources note that coal production in Indonesia increased by 7.2%.
We are proud to present our innovation to address the increasing demand for household electricity and the title Lapindo for Future Energy. Utilization of Lapindo mode extraction using the microbial fuel cell method to fulfill household electricity needs in Sidoarjo Regency based on the brake system refractometer.
We started our journey to Lumpur Lapindo, which is located in Sidoarjo Regency. Here we meet a man who was a victim of the Sidoarjo mood incident in 2006. The man who didn't want to tell his name also told about the 2006 Lapindo mood flow incident. Here we are also assigned by the man to take samples from the Lapindo mood, which we will use in a simple research.
Sample preparation was carried out by preparing 100 mesh TE metal and carbon cloth with a size of 2 cm x 5 cm. Then the TE 100 mesh metal was sliced at the metal corners and connected with wire wheel. The carbon cloth was glued together with Araldite glue. Furthermore, both parts of the TE 100 mesh metal were coated with carbon paste, after which the electrodes were heated in the oven at 50 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes.
The second part is bioreactor preparation, a small-scale bioreactor measuring 10 cm and producing electricity that will be directly detected by a voltmeter. While in large-scale bioreactor, the electrodes are connected to cables that are cannulated to the power density box, which is a power density measuring box produced by MVC.
The third part is the preparation of the Lapindo sludge. Preparation is carried out to prepare bacteria and microorganisms in Lapindo sludge.
The substrate is obtained from food waste. Prior to use, the waste was incubated and allowed to stand for 2 times 24 hours. In this process, hydrolysis is also carried out to obtain glucose from food waste.
The fifth part is the MVC experiment by inserting Lapindo mute into the bioreactor. The bioreactor is designed with 100 mesh titanium electrodes and is cannulated to a resistor. The MVC tool is designed using a refractometer system, which is a device for detecting glucose level in the MVC so that the addition of substrate can be predicted. The following are the tools and materials used in our practicum. We continue to the main safety by wearing masks and gloves. First of all, cut the skin of the cable so that the copper can be seen. Then wind the copper to the clamp that has been provided. The next step, cut the remaining food into small pieces so that it is easy to stir later. Put the Lapindo mute in a bottle and pour water until it is enough to dissolve the mute. Add the remaining food and then stir until the mute and food residue are mixed in the bottle. Leave it for about 7 days. On the 7th day, insert the anode and cathode poles into the bottle and stick with duct tape to make it look strong. Then connect it to electricity, which here we use a lamp. Then turn it on. The lamp will light according to the electrical energy generated.
This is our bioreactor design. Implementation scale bioreactor at the top is directly connected to the electrodes and cable that are cannelled to the power density box. Our bioreactor also uses refractometer system.
The study used a hydrolysis process to extract glucose content in food waste, where in the extraction process, HCl is added to determine the optimum concentration used, and the most optimal results are obtained when the HCl concentration is 15%. After the hydrolysis process was completed, the result obtained in the food waste sample produced a glucose level of 15.96%.
The Sidoarjo Lapindo mode has the potential to be developed as source electrical energy, or MVC, because Sidoarjo Lapindo mode contains SV30 bacteria which can degrade the substrate. SV30 bacteria can produce 10 times greater power density than other types of bacteria. In addition, these bacteria also have good adaptability to extreme conditions.
The following is the result of the calculation of the power density that we get.
The next thing is renewability, namely with the addition of a refractometer as shown in the following picture. A refractometer is a device for detecting and calculating glucose level in a bioreactor. The MVC that we offer can provide data on glucose level in the bioreactor so that the public or users can add food waste to the bioreactor if the glucose level in the bioreactor is less than 15%.
Based on above idea, it can be concluded that Lapindo mode contain SV30 bacteria that can remodel food waste with a bioelectrochemical process that produce electrical energy from microbial fuel cell. The electricity generated in the study was 21,066.667 mW per meter. This study offers modification of MVC with the presence of a refractometer system so that glucose level in the bioreactor can be controlled.
Dari karya atau upaya penelitian lumpur lapindo ini yang mana akan dikerjakan dari Surabaya, harapan dari warga Ojek khususnya mudah-mudahan berhasil apa yang dicapai atau yang diinginkan, bahwa lumpur ini akan dibuat bahan bakunya baterai listrik.
This is a recent video from us. Sorry if we made a mistake. Reading that unit us.
Vivat! Hidup ITS! Hidup ITS! Hidup ITS!
For all judges, ladies and gentlemen, we are from 10 November Institute of Technology, present Lapindo for Future Energy.